How you doing? I hope you're having a good start to the weekend. I got emailed a question about rep ranges. People have seen different training programs, some with low reps, high reps, a mixture, and people don't know what to do compared to their goals. So if you've got certain goals, what rep range should you do? It's very, very simple. What you don't want to do is just stick with one, because as I'll explain quickly in this video, going outside of rep ranges that are actually for your primary purpose can be beneficial. Okay, now there's three main types of rep ranges. So we've got hypertrophy, we've got strength, and we've got muscular endurance. Okay, these are three different types, and the rep ranges roughly are as follows. Muscular endurance is 12 plus. Okay, obviously endurance for a long period of time. You could be doing 30 reps. It's going to be good for your muscular endurance. So this is stuff like metabolic conditioning, circuit training, anything like that. Strength training is typically 1 to 5. 1 to 5 reps, because that'll be like your 1 rep max. You generally, like I'm sure you've heard of 5-5 training. That's a really popular way to train strength. Then you've got your hypertrophy rep ranges, which are like 6 to 12. Okay, most training programs will have you around the hypertrophy rep ranges, unless you're specifically there for strength. That tends to be people's default, would be like 8 to 10 reps. Now, what you don't want to do is just stick with one rep range. So I'm going to assume that most of your primary target is here, hypertrophy. That doesn't mean that all your training needs to stick around here, because you've got to think you might be in hypertrophy rep ranges, but the load matters. It matters how much you're lifting. Okay, that your body doesn't have some internal rep counter. It's the time under tension. It's how much pressure you're putting on that muscle. It just so happens that the typical time under tension that will take you to do these rep ranges is perfect for muscle growth. But what you do want to do is make sure that you're getting stronger, okay? And the way to do that is obviously here. So there's a few different ways of doing it. You can cycle it, okay? So you can do hypertrophy rep ranges, then you can cycle and do strength, and then there maybe like 8 weeks here, then 8 weeks here. Okay, so you're going to be doing like 6 to 12 reps, then you're going to be doing like 5 sets of 5 for 8 weeks, and that's a good way to cycle training. What that means, even if you think, right, why am I doing that? My only goal is hypertrophy. If you're getting stronger, then as soon as you finish this one, boosting your strength massively, as soon as you get to hypertrophy and you're back to muscle building rep ranges, you're going to be stronger, which means you can lift more, which means it's going to be more beneficial when you're in these rep ranges. Does that make sense? The same occurs for muscular endurance, and although I don't put as much emphasis on it, it's still beneficial. So if you want to cycle that in, maybe just 3 weeks here of muscular endurance, that's going to be beneficial too. So that's one way of doing it, is cycling it, okay? But there's other good ways of doing it. What you can do, and this is a really, really popular one, it's what I base a lot of my training programs on, unless I am doing a cycle. This is a really beneficial one, and that is picking those exercises that are really beneficial. So maybe just having like 3 exercises in a day in your training program, 3 or 4 maybe, and doing big rep ranges. So maybe 5 sets, and those 5 sets could be 12, 10, 10, 8, 5. Okay? So you've got all rep ranges within one set. A really popular thing to do is to put muscular endurance there at the end for the final fatigue. So obviously the weight's going to go up with every one. You're going to put the weight up and then do 10, put the weight up and do the 8, put the weight up more and do the 5. A lot of people, for example, do this. 5 sets of 10, 6, 5, 5, 12. Okay, really good training and you'll enjoy it. 10 reps, put the weight right up. 6 reps, put the weight up, do your 5 sets, then another 5 sets, and then put the weight back down to just lighter than what it was at the 10, and push out 12 reps or more. Just go to max effort. This is a really good way of training, and it means you still want to cycle, you still want to change your training 10 to 12 weeks, but you can just do a completely different training system, like go from PPL to an upper lower split. You don't have to worry about cycling between the different rep ranges. I hope that was helpful. That's kind of the answer that I gave in my email this morning. If you've got any other questions about rep ranges and what you should be doing, then please drop me a message. But I hope this was helpful, and have a good weekend. I'll speak to you soon.